Well, hey there, and happy New Year. It's 2026, and I'm so excited to come back in here and talk more about just you and me and Gnosis. I wrote down, it was probably 2 or 3 days ago. I was in the shower. You guys know I get my shower thoughts, and like we all do, it's kind of very meditative. Anyway, it came to me, I was thinking about AI, and there's so many people that are kind of like, what do we know? Can it become sentient? Like what are our beliefs about this? And not that I care. I do care. But I don't care to like debate it or even ponder it so much, because for me, and my orientation is strictly consciousness. Hermetic philosophies, like at best, like all is mind, all is mental. So when I was thinking about this AI business, I was in the shower, and you are AI. Like your body is a programmable computer, so to speak, that has sentience, free will. We know through neurogenesis and the practice of rewriting your own neural pathways that you can program your brain. You can program your brain, your mind, your patterns of thought. And just like AI, just like ChatGPT, we will input prompts and cues to kind of curate the kind of experience we want to have, the information, the conversation, the input and output. Like we get to curate that. And so when you understand that you are the consciousness of God, when you understand that your mind, you are tapped into the higher mind, because everything is simply energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your body is energy. All of this, everything that you can see outside of yourself is just a projection and your mind's interpretation of that projection. So when you know that you are the operant power to yourself and how you engage the world around you, you understand and know that, hold on, my thoughts create reality. And so when I'm caught up in the illusion, when I'm caught up and I forget that I am programming this reality, this matrix of reality, based on my identity and knowing who I am and my free will, I am sentient and I know how to engage the tools of this earth. This is how we are of the earth. We are in the earth, in the earth and not of it. We know that just like Pinocchio, I say this on all of my videos. I literally spend every single video saying the same thing about Gnosis. But Pinocchio, I was saying Pinocchio, and that's a real boy, He's a puppet on the strings. But what happens for us is we get to understand that we were once led. We were in forgetfulness. We were ignorant of knowing the thing that beats our hearts, and not knowing just like, oh, I know of God. Oh, I know of the Holy Spirit. One day I'll spend heaven with God. And yes, let's hold on to that hope, but know that that hope is guaranteed for you in person. Because when you know you are the operant power, the Holy Spirit, when you know that the Holy Spirit is alive in you, that shifts your identity from being a victim mindset to where you're constantly reacting and you're striving and working and giving all of your energy and your effort and your attention away to paying the bills, to stressing about money, to trying to find the job. I know, because I'm living it. I'm the instrument of Gnosis. I'm also integrating this thing. And 2026 offers us a gift. So you can play with numerology, astrology, all these things you want. But 2025 was a 9-year. It was an ending year, a culminating type of year. And so now we're still going through these processes of the breakdown and then the rebuilding of. But in 2026, I'm proclaiming the sovereignty of humanity through the words of Jesus Christ, through the revelation of Jesus Christ. And that's what Divine Wellness Ministries is. And that's what I'm doing. And so what it is the integration of this gnosis, of this knowledge. And so for me, my word for 2026 is certainty. And it's kind of annoying. Because when you understand the mantle of responsibility, that Gnosis, that sovereignty provides, you understand that you are the king of your kingdom and the queen. You are all of it. And it's a balance of all of these energies and all of your thinking and all of your intuition and all of your trust, your Gnosis. Do you know who you are? Do you trust who you are? Do you feel at liberty to express who you actually are? I'm in the process of, not this very moment, but like you're going to see over the next week or so, like I'm uploading old videos from like every single day. I've got them scheduled because A, it helps the algorithm, but B, I'm fascinated because I spent New Year's Eve, because I'm a Capricorn sun, but I spent New Year's Eve organizing, cleaning up my laptop, like the desktop screen, whatever, the home screen, and organizing things. And I found a folder. I'm so annoyed sometimes with myself, but I found a folder called Ready Recordings. Recordings that I had done with maybe no intention of posting them, but maybe intention somewhere along the line. And I was like, oh, that's easy. So I just batch uploaded them and scheduled them out. But I bring that up because that was me trying to learn how to express what I was going through. And so you'll see, if you listen to those or you watch those, you'll see how they start to get a little refined and honed. And it's beautiful because I'm like, I had no idea. I had no idea at the time that I knew exactly what I was talking about, even though I was calling it channeling, and channeling still does exist. But I'm learning my life purpose is to really make all of it make sense. It's not logical, but it's sensible. It's not logical, but it's magical. Life is magical. Reality is magical. And we are antennas. We are the conduit between God and earth, just as Jesus was. And I've been reading the Nag Hammadi scriptures, because light reading on January 1st. But I'm actually facilitating a discussion about it in about a week or two. I'm not sure exactly the date. But I'm super excited because I only got halfway through the portion that I'm going to be facilitating and talking through. But I had to stop and cry. And it's not because I'm just so holier than thou. Blah. But when you take in that wisdom, like it does something to you. Like it purges some stuff out. So anyway, that's my 2026 January 1 little update. If you've noticed, I don't know, I mean it's on my YouTube. I'm not sharing everything like on social media and all this stuff, but I mean if you're here, you're here. But I'm doing a book reading. The Science of Getting Rich, formerly Financial Success Through Creative Thought. Listen to me. When I say there's a reason we're reading that book. And it's not about the money, but as God's children, it's our birthright to be rich, to be abundant, to make good use of everything that this world has to offer. And if you try to tell me it's not godly to want to be rich, to want to be abundant, then I'm going to tell you, okay, then maybe you don't know God. Because in the beginning, God was, and everything is of God. And I get to choose, as a chosen one, I have the free will to choose how I engage the world around me. Knowing that I am the operant power, this book talks about doing things in a certain way. TLDR, too long, didn't read, and it's not even long book, by the way, but TLDR, you are the operant power. The way that you do things, the certain way you do things, is doing things in the way, knowing that you are the fire of God in your body. And you've been given the mantle of responsibility, and this won't make sense to you until it makes sense to you that you are God embodied. You're the only God of your reality. You can choose who you serve. And you're not the supreme being. You're an individuation of it. And as such, you are a child of God, and it's your birthright to have dominion, have charge over your reality. Because it's all illusion. It's all just fractals. There's one white beam. It's just like Pink Floyd, right? The one beam and the triangle, and then it goes out in fractals like the rainbow. Like, how much more plain it's the truth is hidden in plain sight. We can't jump out of the will of God, the hands of God. Your intention matters because your intention is going to determine your perception. I guarantee you. And if you can't see that everything is good and that everything is working out for you, then maybe you might want to clean your lens and really ask for the mind of God. Ask to see the world through the eyes of God. And what's going to happen is everything that's not of God in you is going to be exposed. Because when the light gets turned on, the shadows flee. And there's a few shadows that you will choose to look directly head on, that you get to conquer your own demons. And that's your own self-created karma. Even if you inherited it generationally, there's still a belief, albeit maybe subconscious, that this is out of your control. So you get to undo all of these thoughts and these thinkings and come back into right relationship with the Father, because I and the Father are one. And there's a million ways we can talk about the reality that death-centric living is not living at all. It's not freedom and it's not salvation, for damn sure. Death-centric living is attempting to get through an existence as a means to an end. When you remember that all things are eternal, that God is eternal, that you, at your purest essence, are eternal, then the things of this world do not matter. They do not matter. State of being matters. State of being matters. Your identity and who you know yourself to be is what matters, is what creates matter in this dimension. Who are you being? Jesus was at rest. He got passionate. He got all intense. But he was ultimately at rest because he knew who he was. He knew who he is. It's our perception. Now, when we come back down to the right now moment, we remember that we are here for a reason. And when we understand that, the seeking ceases. Because we are just here being. We're human beings. We get to just enjoy creation. And it sounds illogical because it is, and that's by design. In the Garden of Eden, God put Adam to sleep, and then fashioned woman out of his rib. She was the Holy Spirit. She is the Holy Spirit, the daughter of Eve, the daughter of woman. There's so many ways that we can splice this out, but all of it is inside of you. And you are awoken from deep inside. You're awoken from the fires of purification. Choose to first purify yourself. Or else reality is going to have to keep showing you a stronger and stronger mirror to help you see that you can get through things. But the determination, the determinant of the level of suffering is the amount of struggle you want to bring to the party. Be delusional for every now and then. Remind yourself what it's like to not think and just to be, just to trust. It's counterintuitive, but it's the only way you can receive your blessings. The power over systems, the systems that taught us to be religion and to be tied and locked in and chained, taught us that we have to work for our rest. And that's a slave mentality if I've ever heard it. So anyway, that's what I got. And certainty is my word. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hang up and turn around and read this book and do the book reading. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.